and gentlemen from Blue Hawk 88, and I'm just making a video about some of my hiking gear, or my climbing gear. So every time I go out, take my helmet, okay? I also use my Gree and my favorite HMS for my Gree. This is my Black Diamond, I think they call this locking gate, because it's like a gate here, and it locks. So the way I use my Gree is I actually looked at the manufacturers, and good grief, so hard to do this with my hands. Okay, they recommend doing it like this. Okay, freaking hands. So you go like this, and they want you to lock it in there. Now that the manufacturers want it like that. And that's what I read. And you can read the book, and that's what they said. And I thought, okay, fine, I'll use it like that. So that's what I'm using to blade with. And again, that's a gate lock. Doing it with one hand. Yes. Good grief. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. I'll edit that. So, again, this is difficult to film with one hand. Just really wanted to show you that. So again, with your Gree, read the, it looks like a little box with an eye on it. That means read the manual, because if you don't, I mean, you're gonna miss that little piece they said. So I'm guessing this is stronger. And if they're saying put your Gree on this end, I'm gonna do it. Here's another Black Diamond piece, and this is for my, I use that to put my clover hitch on it when I'm doing climbing or doing an upsend, just so I can catch myself on my line. This is an anchor, one of my main steel anchors. So this is steel, and that's a Metallus, I think. Metallus, and that is steel. So I use steel for my anchors. I'll put a picture up to show you an example. I use for my anchors, I do wrap 3, pull 2 around the tree, and then I'll show you a picture of it. Okay, and then here's an ATC. I don't use those. I use the Gree. My Black Diamond, my harness. Now when I go, just for my basic climbing, I mean, I have a Persic plus an extra Persic in there. And then I have my regular Persics here. I got 2 of them. So if I need to do emergency upwards, so I can tie myself into my rope, or any kind of situation where I need to tie my line, an extra anchor. Sometimes I may do a double anchor on a tree, and then I'll put that to the tether, and yeah, and then I would tie a Persic knot on my line, and it's not too tight, and then this way I know I got an extra line, and that's because I'm tying right in with my main line right into the tree, so I'm not going anywhere. Okay, so that's just my basic setup there with my Gree. And then this is the bag I carry my rope in. It's one of those really big bags, so you can actually get a lot of rope in there. My rope is let me show you it. It's 9.8. It's a number 1 lead rope. It's dynamic, 60 meters, and yeah, that's very common rope. It's gonna really flex when you drop. What else do I use? You know what, it's so cheap to get into this hobby that I'm surprised more people don't get into it. Okay, I also use these guys around trees because I don't like cords around trees because it can hurt the tree. And I also have another right here is these are more cords, so these are really good around trees. All kinds of stuff here. These are some of my gear. Oh, it's not even focusing in. Choo choo. So yeah, this is all my gear. Oh, I use climbing gloves just because I don't like the cold. And then these are all ropes that I practice with. I mean, you never use this. This is all garbage. This is just so when you go in the field, you know how to use ropes. I wouldn't go cutting up your main line and practicing. Buy the cheap stuff. Practice, practice, practice. Yeah, this is. I also bring this too. This is really important. It's for brownout. So if you poop your pants, brownout. Yeah. Never leave home without it. Okay, and yeah, that's what I use. So yeah, that's some of my gear. Again, I use my hands are soft, and then I guess I got some decent climbing clothes, so I don't have to hurt myself. Arc'teryx, and definitely different types of climbing shoes. I use these guys just. Oh, I can't even focus right now, but I got solid boots. Lame. Okay, so yeah, that's what I use. That's my rope. I use the Gree harness. Again, this is for my foot when I need to climb up. It's called a self-rescue. So with this, and I'll use another one of these, and I'll put this above where my Gree is, so I can slide it up when I'm on my harness, and then when I grab my Gree here, and what I'll do is I'll pull myself up, and then what I do is when I sit myself lightly in my harness, I will take my Prusik on my foot. I would struggle to get it off, and then go, and then I have to pull yourself up the line, like lift your weight, and that's how you do it. Anyways, you always keep those because if you get trapped, you're screwed. Carry some extra cordage. So yeah, this is my HMS. This is an HMS also. HMS means that at this part you can do you can belay emergency, so you can actually have it go, and it can. And the reason is because there's space here for when you switch directions, the belayer can switch and become lead, and so yeah, it's complicated, but that's what it's for. No one should use it for that. I mean, it's dangerous. Okay, so that's one of the. So yeah, I'm gonna do a video tomorrow of my a descent I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set up. It's called Wrap 3 Pull 2, and then I'm gonna do probably one of these. I should be fine with just that, but if I want to be more redundant, I could throw one of these on there, or I could just do that and then put that on for my clover, and then have that so I'm redundant on my anchor. I could play around with it. Okay, so like I said, I'll upload tomorrow my descent. I'm doing a ravine with the bottom. You can't even see the bottom. I've already done it once, so I know what I'm getting into. And I'll go over my anchors and stuff like that. So I'll see you tomorrow from Blue Hawk 88.